All right, what is up, everybody? So, ShadowScout0013 here coming in with the league rules for the Clan of Shadows Discord League. So, we're going to be holding a Shadow League, basically, and we have separated out five different pods. We have a European pod, and we have the US pods, basically, and we are going to be hopefully starting February 17th, which is Monday, and I'm going to go over everything you need to know if you want to join, so feel free to join up. And I'll try to make sure that I'm explaining everything for you guys so that you have an idea of what is going on. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. So, first things first, round one is going to happen for the next 4 weeks. It is going to be a 4 week long round, and each pod will have about 4 to 5 different people in them, and I'll go over who's in what pod at the end so far. And if you are on YouTube and you haven't been on Discord or done anything like that, feel free to hop into the Discord and join up. You'll head over to, let me pull it up real quick. You're going to head over to the League General on one of the channels, and you're going to just go ahead and post like you are interested in joining in the league, and then I will add you to a pod. And yeah, that's basically how you're going to do it. And so list submission is basically going to be due on Saturday. If you do go to the league down here into the League General, you will see that, the post that I've done here for all the league players, the specific time when it is due, and it should be due basically right here. Yeah, okay, so if you scroll up a little bit, it'll say this is when lists are due, and it'll project your time, so that's easy for you to understand. And so you're going to play one list against everybody in your pod. So make sure you pick a list that you really like. So here are the rules about your list. Basically, it has to be in TTS. So I was talking over with some of the consulars, and it's since Aqua Droids and ARFs are not technically in TTS right now, we're not going to be able to use them because the silhouettes would be different, and then picking a heavy and a unit leader the whole time would be a little bit different. Yeah, using steps, it's going to be similar, but it's not the exact same. So just for this round, we're not going to use it. It will only last 4 weeks, and I know that people are wanting to get Worlds practice in this league, and I really do apologize if they were put in, or if they are put in, before Saturday, then you can definitely use them. I'm sorry about that, but that was just one of the things I needed to get out, was because we did have a lot of questions on it, and I just want to be as fair as possible, because if it's in TTS, it's allowed. And so once we get a person who can code all of that in, then we'll start using it. And that goes for every round. For every round, with new releases, if the new release is in TTS, you can use it. That's fine. There's not going to be like you have to wait a certain amount of time. But yeah, that's the only thing about lists. You will submit your list to Coco Zula. So if you do go to the Legion Discord and go to the League tab, all you're going to have to do is just search for Coco Zula. Here, I'll pull him up real quick. Just look for Coco Zula and message him your list. When you are playing, you will also submit your score and your objectives, as well as your conditions, to him, and who won, basically. So that way he is going to be keeping track of all of that for now. Thank you to him for all that he has done. He also edits some of the audio for the videos that I do, and we do some battle reports, so check that out. And yeah, you'll be submitting everything to him. And like I said, there will be 4 weeks basically to play all of your games. All right, so points will be awarded in 4 different ways. So this will be a scoring system. You're basically going to get 2 points for winning, 1 point for playing. So even if you lose, you still get a point. 1 point will be awarded for playing all your games. So if you go through every person in your pod, you're going to get an extra point. Plus, there's going to be 1 to 2 possible points that you will be awarded through secret objectives. So I have come up with, I think, about 40 something objectives that will be distributed out so that not everybody has the same exact secret objective, so that there's no planning against it. And the points that you get from doing that is going to go towards your league points. Thanks to Ryan for doing the cards for this. So Ryan, he has done a lot. If you go to the league general on the Discord, you're going to find that he has put in a thing that you could subscribe to. If I just go to it real quick, I don't know if you can, if it's on there. Yeah. You'll be able to go to Photoscan Miniatures and you'll be able to get them in. This does have the new Jedi, general or generic Jedi, that you can add for the clones. I think that's in there. So that's a really nice addition to have. And if you are looking for any of the other map packs that were from Invader League, you can also go there, thanks to him. And like I said, I've been trying to get in contact with him about, how we're going to scan everything in. So if you are a programmer or know anything about programming and encoding, this is your chance to step up and hurry and get everything in for us if you'd like. It would make things a little bit easier, but yeah. And he has come up with cards for the secret objectives. So what will happen is everyone will get 5 secret objectives, and obviously you don't know, well, obviously each list that you play against, I should say, is not going to be the same. And so with these 5 different objectives, I'm going to have you choose a number, and then don't choose consecutive numbers. We're going to just choose completely random, all over the place. 5 different numbers. And if you have a Jedi or a Force user in your list, you're going to also be able to get expanded into a few other different objectives that if you have a gunline list, then there's like 30-something objectives that you can choose from. If you have Jedi, you're going to get 3 from the gunline and 2 from the Jedi, depending on how many Jedi lists or Force user lists, I should say, that we get. So that way, nobody has everything exactly the same, and everything's totally different. So what you'll do is you'll get your 5. You're going to pick 3 at the beginning of the game that you really want to use or that would go well with this game. And you will place those face down, and your opponent will pick 1. And then you are going to try to get that objective if you can. You'll keep it in your hand if you want. So that way you have an idea of always what you're always going to get. So, or know what you have to do, I should say. And then whenever you complete it, you can show your opponent, and then you'll report that to Cocozula whenever you are finished with the game. So it just adds something a little bit there. I don't know if I've got a little visual of it. I'll try to find it in a second. But basically, if there's a way to get the secret objective, I highly recommend it because they're pretty fun. I'm trying to see if I can get you something just to kind of like give an idea of what it is. So here's going to be kind of like one of them. Here, I'll just go ahead and show you guys. So basically, if a core unit takes a Force user off the table, you're going to get 2 league points. And so y'all need to thank Ryan for sure for all the hard work that he's put into these. I think they look fantastic, and it's going to be really cool to kind of see these in TTS, and we will get those mods up onto the way that you can download it, just like we were for what I just showed you about the stuff that We did, yeah. So basically, he's going to put it in. You'll subscribe just like you would for all of these, and I'll try to get that out as soon as possible. Okay, so let's get into the different pods. So basically, at some point, we will have a tier A and a tier B. If the winners will basically go to tier A, and those who, in the pod didn't do as well will go to tier B. So that way, you're not always going to be going up against someone who's crazy good if you are not as skilled. So this league can be for everybody. And it's just a fun league to be able to practice lists that you really want that are in TTS at least, and yeah, it gives you a good amount of practice. Now again, if I can get the visuals out for, or not the visuals, the mods for the Aqua droids and RF troopers, all of that stuff done, then that would be absolutely amazing, and hopefully we can get that up soon. But I'll go ahead and go over the pods and who's in each pod. And then if you are on YouTube and you go to Discord and you want to be in a pod, I'll add you to it. And just for the sake right now, when you go to Discord, you'll, like I said, go to the League General. And there you're going to also be able to look for a game. You're going to be able to, you'll be in each pod. I'll try to tag your name and put you in these pods, and then when you are looking for a game, you're gonna just use one of these CTS voice channels, so that way you guys can have a blast and do all that fun stuff. All right, so basically in pod 1 we have Voidwalker, Captain Blue, Floor Basher, and APOC. So you guys will be in pod 1. You all are all going to face each other in 4 weeks. You are welcome to schedule your games whenever you can. Just make sure you message each other or tag each other in that pod. So if you were to go back to here, like pod 1, for you guys, you would just start messaging each other in that pod, or not like DMing, I should say, but just kind of like tagging each other and say, this is when I can do it, or these are the times I have available. Can anybody make it? And start scheduling your games. Then if you want to tag Coco Zulan, then you can. You're going to message him privately about your list, and then you will tag him in the pod if you play a game, so that way he can record it. All right. So basically, let's go ahead and go to pod dose. So pod dose, same thing. This will include Sean X17, Nuclear Potato, Ryan, and Boo Radley. So, again, go to the Discord, check out Pod 2, start talking with each other, and having a good time, yeah. And so next up, we'll have Pod 3. You guys will be Grant Saunier, General Flint, who I know personally, really cool guy, awesome at Legion. He played an amazing CAS invasion force in the old rules back here in Florida, and yeah, his AAT was doing some damage. So great guy. All right, and then we have the Dark Nut, Master Mud. Obviously, y'all all know Grant and Master, and Hailstorm 15. Y'all will be in pod 3, so feel free to use the Discord to start talking about that. Pod 4 is going to be me, Canadian Bear, Saved, Irain, I think that's how you pronounce it, and then Blinky the Fish. So we'll chat in pod 4 about scheduling games. Post basically your schedule. I'll post mine, and we will just try to schedule as many of the games as we can for those extra league points. If someone is not available the entire time during the 4 weeks and you just cannot get a game with them, I don't think it should go against you and the fact that you can't get all your games in. So just let me know if there was someone that you were completely unable to play because of scheduling conflicts, which is why we try to do a European pod and American pod. So like per se that, I've got a limited amount of days that I could play, and if there's no way that you guys can do that, but you have already faced everybody else, I'm gonna give you a league point because I just feel like that's just unfair that you missed out on that league point because someone couldn't play. So, and that goes for every pod. So just let me know if there was one person in that you just could not schedule with, and I'm gonna keep an eye out on the pods themselves. So just type it in there. Let Coco Zula know, and let me know. So that way we guys get you that extra point. And for Europe, the European pod, we have Coca-Zula, Emperor Atlantis, Heinz de Hammer, El Morizo, and Tyson. So you guys, it expands all the way from like Romania all the way to Greenland or Iceland. So I'm sure that there will be like a few hour differences, but if you guys can get something in, that would be amazing. And yeah, that is really it. Hopefully you guys enjoy this league. It should be a lot of fun, and I'm really sorry about not being able to have the ARFs or the Aqua Droids in there, but we're gonna do our best to try to get as much stuff in as possible. I'm trying to find someone who can try to code everything in. I'm trying to find someone, I should say. Ryan's trying to find somebody. So let us know if you know anyone who is experienced with Lua. It'll be programming in GitHub. So yeah, that's just to go all out. But go ahead, like I said, head on over to the Discord. Let me know, and that's really it, guys. I don't know if there's much else to say. So yeah, everyone have fun. We're gonna try to start this, like I said, on Monday the 17th. And sorry for getting this video out so late. I have not had internet since last week. It's almost been a full week since not having internet, so I haven't been able to put a video up. So tomorrow's video will just basically be a battle report that I did with Coca-Zula a little while ago. And yeah, sorry about that, guys. But hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl on Sunday. Hope you guys had a great week. And yeah, let me know if you ever have any questions. Like I said, list submissions are due this weekend. And yeah. All right, guys, y'all take it easy, and may the force be with you on this one.